for tuning in to another episode. I'm your host, Stephen G. Gaxiola, and you are listening to the Raider and the Saint podcast.
Everybody here is not to it. I'm gonna give you one last chance to walk out that door right now. That's good, Hot. Good. That's what I wanted to hear. Because in this silver slice I have it here are 1,984 ounces of beer. Golden, delicious beer. And no one leaves here until we finish every single last drop.
And we are live. Once again, I want to thank all my listeners from around the world that tune in every week to the Raider and the Saint podcast. I love you guys, man. I really appreciate the support. We are, episode 196 today. So we are 4 episodes from the big 200. Still haven't decided who can be on the show. We're still working those things out, but I'm excited for that episode. But until then, we got a guest here today, folks. Like I promised, apologize for last week. Things do happen. We're just gonna bring him right into the show. Ricky Novella. He's a comedian. He is from Whittier. He's here today, live on the show. Before we get to him, real quick, and I always forget, please tune in. We're on YouTube now. Subscribe. Everything is live. Nothing is edited. Everything you see is gonna be raw, uncut, and just living in the moment. So make sure you guys go to YouTube, subscribe. Also on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Go check them out, subscribe, support the podcast. All it takes is one click. I'm not trying to pull teeth. I'm not asking for a kidney. I'm just asking for your support. And it's easy. Just subscribe, watch a little bit of the show, whatever. Leave a comment. I don't care if it's bad or good. Say whatever the hell you want. But thank you guys. So back to Ricky Novella. He is here, dog. What is going on? I'm happy you're here.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me here, man. I'm excited.
Well, tell the people a little bit about yourself, man. This show's all about you today.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm 20 years old. I grew up in Whittier, man, and I've been doing comedy for about a year and a half now. And, I'm just doing the thing, man, just trying to live my dream.
Yeah. What made you decide, hey, I'm going to get into the comedy?
You know what? The crazy thing is, like, it all happened during COVID. I feel like a lot of people during COVID had, like, a rebirth of what they want to do with their life. And I've always been the group of the guy in my group that's like always like cracking jokes, making people laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always drawn to comedy, and then it just kind of happened. One of my homies had told me, like, what do I want to do with my life? And I told him I wanted to do comedy, and he ended up finding an open mic for me to start doing it.
Really?
So it just kind of...
Shout out to your friend.
Yeah, for real, man. Shout out to Sebastian, man. He
Is he a comedian too?
No, he's a
good homie like that.
Yeah,
huh?
he's a businessman. He
Really?
he manages a tire shop, and he just tries to, like, if anybody can help somebody, like, that's
Well, Sebastian, if you're listening, come in and help me out on my show, dog. I need help getting guests on the show.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I know how you feel. 2020 was like an eye-opener for a lot of people, dude.
For real.
I mean, I lost my brother. I talked to you earlier about that. My
Yeah.
brother got COVID and passed away. He was a UPS driver as well. And I got COVID as well, and it was rough on me. I ended up having a year later, last year, I ended up having heart failure.
Oh, shit.
I got the flu, and then my just couldn't breathe one night. Like the second night, I was like, what's going on? Went to the emergency, and they're like, you're not going anywhere. Your heart, like, my heart was only pumping at 10%.
Oh, fuck,
and I was like, I was 42 at the time, and I was like, they're like, you're too young. But doctor says it COVID, when my brother passed away, I ended up getting the shot because I was scared to get COVID again. And what had happened to my brother was such a crazy experience, and so yeah, I ended up getting having heart failure. Heart was only pumping at 10%. Had to take almost a year off of work. I rehabilitated myself, strengthened my heart. I had myocarditis. So I had myocarditis, which I think they said led to heart failure. The doctor said it could have been the flu because the virus can attack your heart. But he says I did have myocarditis,
That's crazy.
which is inflammation of the heart. Your heart gets enlarged. And what they're saying is what causes that is having COVID, the COVID shot. It also could be it's just hereditary too. The family, heart disease, stuff like that. But I made a full recovery. My heart's back to normal, and it was a crazy journey. But I figured, like a lot of us in 2020, we faced, like me, like what happened to me, like I faced my mortality.
Yeah.
Me personally, when I look at myself, like I was laying up in the hospital bed by myself, kind of like, like I'm fine with it, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, I got my kids. That I still got to support them. I can't leave them now. Like I'm gonna fight and for them. I was willing. Like I wasn't scared to pass. Like I wasn't scared of death. I was more scared leaving my kids behind without a dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was an eye opener for me. But going to you, 2020, what made it an eye opener?
Just because like we didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen. Like you didn't know if you were gonna end up like dying the next day because you had COVID, or just like not like my whole thing was like I didn't want to live my life just working. Like I hadn't found my passion yet. Like I went to school, like, and school wasn't really for me. I first went to Everest fucking college. I don't know if you remember Everest fucking college, about the black guy about the commercial and stuff.
Which one was it, Everest?
Yeah, there's like you pick up the phone. You gotta do something with your life, So I went to do massage therapy, and I just didn't like the business aspect of it because you're kind of like a prostitute. You gotta sell yourself. You gotta sell yourself, and people always want to charge you or pay you less. And then I went back to community college, and I hadn't ended up dropping out because I was just burnt out. I burned myself out trying to transfer within those 2 years to a university. But when COVID happened, I realized I need to find my passion, and I was really trying to soul search to find what I really want to do, and just comedy kind of happened. And like I told you, like I've always had a thing for comedy, but I just never knew how to get into it. So that was just an eye opener for me.
Yeah, it was tough on everybody, especially with my kids too. Is they had to stay home and they had to learn to go through Zoom.
Oh yeah.
The teachers had to learn on the fly, like how to go from being in a classroom to being online educators. And I want to give a shout out to all the teachers out there that did a lot of great things. A lot of these kids had to, when they were able to go back to school, they had to redo, do tests and all that. And a lot of them, you can see like a lot of them didn't fall behind. Like they're able to maintain their, graph of, getting educated and going up, and learning. You go from algebra 1, algebra 2, stuff like that.
Yeah.
They weren't getting left behind. Reason why I know is I'm good friends with my daughter's principal.
Oh shit.
He's a principal for elementary school. I was coaching flag football with him last season, and he came on the show and he told me about it. Like how it went down. Like it sucked. It sucked for everybody. Everyone had to step up and do what it takes. And it's crazy what we went through. Like people were still suffering. I remember my daughter needed counseling with the therapist, right?
Yeah.
I've used a therapist before. I have a therapist as well, but I remember calling and trying to make an appointment, man. They had no, I called everywhere and no therapist was available until like a year.
That's crazy.
During the pandemic.
Yeah,
dude.
and a lot of kids too. Like, I don't think a lot of people were the same after that too, because like we weren't like the social awareness of everybody. I think it took a toll from being like cooped up.
Well, you got the ones where like I don't give a fuck, and they're going out and like doing things, and then they were getting fucking sick. Then you got the ones that were like literally walking into the store inside a bubble.
Yeah, people were fucking scared. Like,
And
really scared.
it was a crazy time, and to only see that was what 4 years ago. Yeah, that's actually 4.
Yeah.
Let me see, 20, 21. Yeah, March.
Yeah.
I think March is when everything went down of 2020, and now we could see the effects of it with We got inflation. We got major layoffs at UPS.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Lot of interest rates are up, so no one's buying anything. Uh, a lot of loans are starting. The rent control
Rent's fucking
that's
crazy.
that's going up because that was frozen for a while. Everyone was getting there. What was it? What was it they were getting?
The
Because I had to
stimulus
work
check?
get stimulus checks.
Yeah.
Those stopped coming in. Did you ever get those?
Yeah, I got him.
See, everyone was living good, dude.
Yeah, it was an interesting time, man. It's crazy how we went through that, and like the difference from before and now. It's just it's crazy, man. Like
Mm-hmm,
like you think about it, and it's like it feels like a long time ago, but it's
mm-hmm,
really 4 years ago that we were all going through that shit.
mm-hmm. So you said fuck it, I'm gonna do comedy because I know I listen to a lot of comedy podcasts.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of them. I don't know how I just got into it. I think because when I got in when I wanted I felt just like you, right? When I became a driver, I was like at 24, I was like, this is it. I had graduated from college, 2 college degrees.
Oh wow.
I was working at UPS part time, grinding. I had to make a decision because I had a kid when I was 21. I was still going to school, coming home, work at UPS, coming home at night, typing up 15-page reports, grinding, and yeah, did it take me 4 years? No, it took me 6 because I wasn't taking 8 to literally graduate in 4 years from a university. You got to take like 19 units.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah,
that.
it's not 12 units. Like,
Yeah.
let's just do 12 units a semester. No, it's like 19. Something crazy to get it done in 4 years. And
Yeah.
that's literally you're not working. No one's working. You're fucking in your dorm studying, library study if you're going to get it done in 4 years.
Yeah, you got to be really like
And
a lot of time and
yeah.
like, focused on that.
Just for a BA. And then if
Yeah.
you want to get your master's, that's another 2. You want to get your PhD, what is that? Another 4? Something
Yeah.
crazy. 4
No,
or 2?
and I know there's gonna be people who are like, oh, there's no excuse. I did it. I was working a job. It's like, go fuck yourself. All right, how about that? Because
Yeah,
you want to have good grades and stuff, you know?
they graduated in gender fluidity.
Yeah, gender studies and shit.
Yeah, dude.
Something they can't even use
Yeah,
in life.
dude. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can imagine somebody saying like that, and they're behind the Starbucks taking your order.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, dude. It's everybody, and then everyone's different. For me, like I fucked around in high school. I fucked around in the first semester in college, flunked
Yeah.
everything. Like a stupid ass, like, hey, you want to go fucking ditch in college? I met my one of my best friend at the time, Dominic, and I met him, and we were at FJC for 3 years, and then we went to Cal State. We transferred to Cal State. A lot of the guys I met. So, anyways, when I first met him, they were like, "Hey, dude, you want to go fucking McDonald's?" And we're skipping class in college. Like the teachers don't give a shit if
They
you don't
don't.
show up
That's
or
your
not.
money right there, dude.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And then one teacher told me finally when I flunked, she goes, "Why are you paying to be in school to flunk?"
Yeah.
And then that woke me up. I'm like, "Yeah, she's right." You know what I mean? I'm spending all this money to fail. So I had to get involved. I had to get involved in the school.
Yeah.
That's the best way to stay on your grades is get involved. Get involved. I got involved with the school doing different things, and like that just keeps you focused.
Yeah, that's for sure. Because when I was in Cypress College, I was doing the Puente program. I was in a club for like Mecha, it's like
Mhm.
like Chicanos kind of thing.
Mhm.
And yeah, like, if my advice, right, for someone that wants to go to college is like you gotta get involved because not because it's gonna help you with your grades, but it helps you network with other students and other
networking.
professors. Because if you're just going to school and just like in your
They
books
go home and
and
become
go
a
home,
hermit.
no, like it's just you're not gonna gain a lot from it. Because either way, you need to have your experience. Because if you just have your bachelor's degree and you have no experience, like it's gonna be hard for you to get a job either way.
Mhm.
So if you can find someone that you can connect with that can help you get your foot in the door at least, like it's gonna be a step above someone else, you know?
Mhm. I wonder if they have classes like that at school, like to teach them like how to network, how to get out there and break out of your shell.
Yeah, I don't know if classes, but they might be. But I think probably there's clubs too that might help you do that. Because I know for sure, like the Puente program is just kind of like a bridge program to help
Mhm.
you, like, well, they had it in high school, and then they also have it in community colleges where. they
I
help
was
you
a
get
part
into
of the
university.
TAP program. That's what it's called, TAP,
Tap.
Transfer Aid Program.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
the classes were shrunk. to half the size of a standard college
Yep.
size, and then we had a lot of like we went up north. The school paid for our flight and
Yeah,
hotel.
exactly.
We got to see Berkeley, Santa Cruz, Monterey Bay, all those nice colleges
Yeah.
out there. Then I also took a class at UC Irvine one summer. It was I think it was an English class, and we got to live in the dorms for 10 days. They fed us 3 times a day. The cafeteria was open. They had a lot of activities and stuff like that. But that definitely helped me focus in school and get involved to keep my grades up and all that. But yeah, they say that college isn't for everybody.
Yeah, it was a cool experience for me because especially you get to pick
Yeah.
your own class and stuff. But if if I could maybe go back in time, I would definitely probably took like a theater class, like a writing class, like
Mhm.
something to help my stand up. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because like the classes I was taking, it was more for athletic training. I thought I was gonna be an athletic trainer. I was more
Mhm.
into sports. You know, I
Mhm.
still am, but I don't know. Comedy just makes me happy, bro. Like the bombing of it, the making people laugh. Every experience has been fucking awesome for right now.
So 2020, you got into comedy. You said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna get your boy, Sebastian." Right.
Well, no, I started I think in 21 around there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, all right.
I was during 2020. I was
You
still
just
trying to figure
contemplating
yeah,
what I might
contemplating,
do.
and 2020 happened, and it's just fucking. It was funny because we're in fucking Rosarito and we're having a deep ass conversation,
Mhm.
and it was for a fucking festival for Baja Beach Fest,
Mhm.
and that weekend is when fucking the narcs were lighting up like taxis and shit.
Mhm.
So we were panicking. We're like, oh, we're gonna fucking die. Like we're not gonna
Mhm.
make it out of fucking TJ.
Mhm.
And we were in the hotel having a deep ass conversation. He's like, "What do you want to do with your life?" I'm like, "I don't know. Like, I just like making people laugh." And he told me, "He's
Mhm.
like, I can see you be a host." And I was just like, "Really?" And we kept talking, and then he's like, "Don't worry, bro. When we get back, I'm gonna help you find something. I'm gonna help you get started." And exactly what he found, an open mic, which was the Copper House Blues in Brea, and we went, and it just was like, "Fuck it. If I'm there, I gotta start. Like, I can't just
Mhm.
watch. Like, I have to start."
Did you have something already written down? Like did you have a like 2 minute set?
I had like things I wanted to talk about. It was like three premises, and the guy that was there at the first open mic, shout out to Gage Johnson. You know, he's a pretty well known comedian here in the local OC area in like LA. Uh, I told him, I'm like, hey, like, where do I sign up? Like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
Mhm.
And he asked me the same thing. He's like, do you have any jokes right now? I'm like, I only have like three things I want to talk about. And he just told me, like, all right, cool. Like, just go up there and have fun. And
Mhm.
that was like the best advice because like if you're not having fun with what you're doing with your passion and stuff, like
Mhm.
you're gonna have a fucking horrible time.
Mhm.
And it just fucking took off. My first time wasn't that bad. I did pretty good, and then the other times after that, I just started fucking bombing. I started doing bad, like, and I knew that feeling. Like at first, where I was like, I don't know if I should do this, but something kept telling me, just keep doing it, just keep pushing for it. And yeah, dude, like I tell you, like the bombing part, it makes you build your character too. Cause like if you can't like sit in a room of silence and trying to do your jokes and you like panic, like you're not gonna get better.
Mhm.
So I had one time where I was in a open mic in Huntington Beach and no one laughed at my jokes, and it was like a nice fucking room,
Mhm.
and no one laughed, and I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? I'm like nervous, but I'm like, I gotta get through this. I gotta keep pushing,
Mhm.
and it just builds
It's a
your character.
demographic.
Yeah, you gotta build your. It's just building your character because you're not gonna be funny. People
Mhm.
say like it's like 10 years before you start getting booked for like big shows. Like, you know, like your first 2 years, you're not really that funny.
Mhm.
That's how a lot of bigger comedians say.
Mhm.
But that's just it's a marathon. You know, it's not a sprint where you're gonna
Yeah.
get funny off the back.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's a grind.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. A lot of the comedians that I listen to, a lot of them that I've seen growing up. Getting to where they're at. It's a lot of those late nights. Going from one room to another venue and just putting in that work.
Yeah.
One of my favorite comedians is Joey Diaz.
Hell yeah, dude. Fuck it. That's my boy right there too.
Dude, I love Joey Diaz. I mean, I started the show because this podcast because of him. He inspired me.
Yeah.
But I had to beat I had addiction to oxycodone.
Hmm.
Doing blow, and I was living this lifestyle where I knew eventually it would lead to my mortality. So, listening to him inspiring me. Once I got everything out of my system, as far as having living that type of lifestyle. Uh, you know, he inspired me. You know, I've seen him twice. Seen him in Vegas with Rogan and Tony Heathcliff, and then he was at Brea Improv. Uh,
Did
2018? No, 2016 maybe.
is that the one where George Perez came out?
No, I don't think George was there.
Because I seen Joey at Bray Improv too, and he had Joey Diaz and some other comedian. But yeah, he's part of the reason why too I wanted to do stand up, because like at that time, I'm telling you, like I was going through some shit, like I was going through a breakup during COVID and stuff, and like it's fucking weird during COVID, like you know, and just like remember hearing his podcast when he's talking about, it's like he's like, only you can help you, you know, like you gotta grab your fucking book, write your goals down, and like fuck the cigarettes, fuck the drugs, fuck the alcohol, fuck that dumb bitch, and just fucking go for it. And I was just like, I felt like he was talking to me, so I'm like, I gotta do something.
Dude, he walked up to me after his set, stuck his hand out. I was the only one. I shook his hand. You know, I had my lady right here next to me on the right, and she's smiling. Then he walks behind me and he pats me on the back. I was like,
Bro.
fuck. It was like the most highest. I was like, all his episodes, Church of What's Happening Now. You know, like just grinding, even through in the, you know what? No, it was before COVID, way before COVID. 2016 maybe. Shit, I don't even. Yeah, it definitely was. It was. Yeah, well, he was living here,
Yeah.
but he's fucking raw, dude. He's raw.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the shit he says on the show is like, you know, or on his podcast, people will be like, "Oh, dude, the stories he tells." It's like, hey, dude, that's a degenerate, dude. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are like that. I mean, people just don't talk about it.
Yeah, they're scared. They're scared to talk about the dark shit, you know.
But yeah, so how'd you get, you know, into Joey Diaz?
It was just listening to podcasts too. Like it just started.
You just stumbled upon him?
Yeah. I started, I think, with the Fighter and the Kid first. And I
Yeah.
think Felipe Esparza's the What's Up Food podcast.
I'm seeing him next Saturday.
Oh yeah. Felipe
Yeah, I'm
Esparza?
going to Irvine Improv. I guess my cousin knows the guy that's opening for him, something Torres.
Oh, Rodrigo Torres. Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah, he knows him. He's like, we're gonna go to the green room,
Oh, that's fucking.
and
dope.
I was like, I don't know, kind of, you know, all right, cool.
Yeah, no, that's exactly. I saw him at Brea, and he had Rodrigo Torres open up for
Really?
him. He's like the MC, I think. I don't know about now. It might be different, but yeah, he had a whole bunch of comics like feature for him, and yeah, it was a funny show. But like, yeah, I just started getting into podcasts, and then Joey Diaz, like a lot of the stuff that he was saying is like the motivational stuff was like
Yeah.
it's. Like I know people, like I've seen comics where it's like, oh yeah, like have a big fucking fat guy just yell at you to tell you to do something, but it's like for some people, like it speaks, you know, like you need someone to be like, oh, like you're a bad motherfucker, come on, like show them who the fuck you are. So like, even before I go on stage, I get my little inner Joey Diaz inside my head and just fucking
Hell
like,
yeah.
I'm like, you know, it's just time to show up. Like, come on, show
He
'em who
makes
the fuck.
fun of himself, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
He goes, dude, Joe, I used to eat the chick I used to live with was a hooker. Or no, she wasn't a hooker. She was a stripper. We lived in a mobile home. Every day for breakfast, she would make me a loaf of
a packet of bacon, right?
Yeah, a
packet of
packet of bacon, 12 eggs, and and a loaf of bread toasted. He goes, and I'd wash it down with a 2 liter of Coke, and Joe Rogan would be like, "What?
How are you still alive?
Yeah, dude. Man, I still listen to his old shit. When I had my heart failure last year and I was rehabilitating, I would go to the park up the street and I would jog. And what I would turn on, I'd go back to his old stuff with Ralphie May.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
episodes, and I would turn those on and I would just jog. And like, yeah, I could listen to music, listen to some Metallica, get me pumped up. I done it, you know what I mean? I did it, you know, in the past working out, but I was like, I don't know what his motivation. I mean, obviously those shows wouldn't be motivated. It was just talking shit, but just I don't know, man. But I would put that podcast on and I would just go jog.
Yeah, no, that I do the same thing. I'll work out. Sometimes it's just the music. It's just repetitive and it just. But hearing podcasts like while you're doing your workout, that's just more. Especially like if it makes you laugh, like you kind of forget that you're working out and you're just fucking pushing through it. But yeah, like I listen to, like the ones I really listen to a lot is like lately I've been listening a lot to like Your Mom's House, podcast of Tom Segura and his
Yeah.
wife. Tiger Belly, Bad Friends. I love Bad Friends right now. I just saw them. I think it was like a week ago. They did a live
Bobby
show.
Lee and
Andrew Santino.
Andrew Santino.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Santino and that one show that was just finished.
Dave?
Dave, yeah.
Oh my god, that shit's fucking funny, dude. Yeah.
Little Dicky.
Yeah, I think my favorite scene in that show. Hopefully, I'm not fucking spoiling it for anybody, but when little Dicky's about to eat his girl's ass, and he comes up in his fucking Prius and he's like, "I'll just park down the street." Like, I don't know why that shit was so fucking funny. The delivery of him was just that made that scene so fucking.
Yeah, because he
hilarious.
wants to be a comedian too. Or no, he wants to direct. He was just on No Flagrant.
Okay, no flagrant. Yeah.
Yeah, he was just on it, and I totally forgot about his show. I was like, you know what, I got to go back and start looking at his latest season, because I guess he had Brad Pitt on the last show.
Oh
Or
yeah,
he did
I don't. Yeah, I think he did. I haven't finished it, but yeah, it was a funny show. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, but he was on the show. He was talking about he wants to get into comedy. That's initially what he wanted, and then he wants to get into directing. Or actually, I think he was directing his show.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
I think Little Dicky
I
was
have to listen to
directing.
that show again.
Yeah, but yeah, Santino's fucking funny.
Yeah.
he's quick. He's quick on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he's a smart guy too.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's good. There's so many damn comedians, man.
yeah.
But people like Joe Rogan say there's not enough.
It's because
A lot of them moved.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them followed him down to Texas.
and then now like the LA scene is not. There's not really any like there's big comics, right? But there's not like Joe Rogan where he had his like little like clique. Like now it's kind of up in the air to have people be in their cliques. But comedy, there's room for everybody. There's a lot of room for like to succeed. That's why I don't see like why comics have to bash each other, like be disrespectful. Like it's a win-win for everybody if we can all work together. You know what I mean?
What do you think about the Cat Williams incident on Shannon Sharp podcast?
I don't know.
Did you
man.
watch it?
I watched clips of it. I feel like some shit that he said like could be true, right? But I don't know, man. Like he put himself out there, and I can kind of see some of it being true. Like I can see that like, people feel like they might steal jokes from each other, but a lot of people have similar ideas. You know, like, but from what I was told is like if a joke that you make is true to you, it's gonna be hard for someone else to steal it. You know what I mean? So if it's like a personal experience or your actual opinion,
but we all experience a lot of the same things too.
yeah, it's just he just put a lot of shit out there that I'm like, fuck, like I don't know, man.
He went on Joe Rogan's show recently.
I haven't heard that one, but I saw some clips.
Yeah,
and
I heard it on
it got
Friday.
kind of awkward on a couple fucking
He was too fucking high, and he starts. I don't know. I got kind of frustrated with it. I was like,
like I know Joe Rogan asked like, oh, like why do black people like menthol cigarettes?
yeah.
And he got kind of like offended on that, right?
No, I don't think he got offended. He just, I don't know. I don't know why you would. I mean, I like menthols.
I know when I used to smoke fucking Camel packs, the ones with the little bubble you would have to bite down on.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I never heard of that one.
The Camel Crush, that's what they're called, and I used to like smoke from time to time.
I don't know. His answer was because we we're known for drinking. Blacks are known for drinking malt liquor. Malt liquor is stronger, right? Menthol, menthols is stronger. It enhances the cigarette, so therefore it's stronger. We want the strong stuff.
But I think
the best weed. We want the strongest weed.
Yeah, but the companies do fucking try to like pick on certain ethnicities, bro. Like for sure, I think so.
Newport menthols, I fuck with them, dude. When I go to Vegas, I don't smoke. I haven't smoked in a while too. I used to smoke a lot on the show, but I haven't smoked, ever since what happened to me last year. But when I'd go to Vegas, dude, it was always a fucking first thing I'd do is get me a pack of menthols, and I just become a smoker in Vegas.
Hell yeah, the devil's everywhere. The cocksucker. The devil's everywhere in Vegas.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, he is, dude. So, so talk a little bit about what you guys just did. Shout out to Gil.
Shout out to
By the
Gil.
way, that's how'd you meet Gil, anyways?
We actually competed against each other at well, first we met at an open mic, But that open mic was for us to do a competition for Soy Funny, and we were on a podcast. I think it was the West Coast Pop podcast, and we were competing against each other to see who was to be the finalist to do a theater show. And he ended up
Oh.
winning. He ended up winning. But ever since then, we would see each other like at open mics and stuff, and then we just kind of started talking. And I asked him like, "Hey, can I be on your podcast?" I saw that like on his website that like, oh, if you want to be on the podcast, just send a form. I DM'd him, and ever since then, we've just been really cool. It's him and some other guy named Jay Holman that he just started comedy. It's like us three, and we just been like clicking ever since. And he wanted to do a live podcast like open mic, and I told him, dude, whatever you want to do, bro, like I'll help you. Like I might not be good with like tech and like be able to like record it and fucking edit stuff, but I'm fucking paisa, and I'll fucking help you set up. You need
So you guys kind of did like a Kill Tony type thing.
it was honestly, it was exactly like Kill Tony, because people are gonna say, oh, they're just Jack Kill Tony's idea. It's exactly how it is. You know, he's a big fan of it. He just did it his style. Instead of giving a comic 1 minute, he gave him 3 minutes. And yeah, just a bunch of comics. We had some features, we had some guests, and it turned out really fun, and it was a really cool show.
How many? A lot of people there?
In the crowd,
Yeah,
I would say it was like 50, a little
Yeah.
bit over 50.
that's good.
We also had a live band. Shout out to Héroes del
When
Sol.
was it? What day was it on? Because I think I was supposed to go, but I get off work so late, dude. During the week, I don't get home till like 8.
Yeah, it was on a Friday, and it started.
Yeah,
like,
because
a
he
little
sends
after
me
8.
stuff, and I want to go, dude. It's like, by the time I get off work, it's already late. I was like, man, I go like, weekends. I gotta get out there and support you guys, dude.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be monthly. I'm assuming he's gonna do it
Where was it at again?
at the Horchateria in Paramount.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
But it was cool. It was fun. A lot of comics, I think they enjoyed it, because it's basically,
How many people like performed or?
I think it was
Competed.
about like 15, 17 people. Yes, and like, it's because people think like, okay, it's an open mic, but no, you got to think like it's exposure for you, you know? Because he, like Gilly for Mind Buzz, like he has a pretty good following, and then anything that kind of gets like through people's feeds and stuff from this like Instagram, like people were messaging like, oh, this looks like fun, like I want to be on this next. So like comics need to realize it's just for exposure. It's for them to kind of show their face, and Gil will send them their sets and how they did. He's just, you know, it takes time because it's a fucking whole ass like show basically. But yeah, if you can go out, I think you would enjoy it a lot, honestly. And anybody that wants to go, yeah, just follow Mind Buzz, and he'll post it when the next show is. I think the next show might be March 29th. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Gil, man. Shout out to Gil, Mind
Yeah.
Buzz, dude. That guy's doing big things, grinding.
That fucking lesbian.
So how many times have you been on stage in the past year and a half since you started?
Fuck, man. I don't know. I lost count.
You
man.
tried it. So do you go once a week, twice a week?
It depends, man. Like I'm not gonna lie. It depends how work is and sometimes how I feel. I try to be consistent and at least hit a mic 3 times a week.
Yep.
But sometimes it's been more. Sometimes it's been like multiple mics in one day. Shows. I've been getting shows like maybe like
How much time do they give you? About 3 minutes? 2 minutes?
for the open mics or shows.
For the shows.
Shows
Or open mics. Yeah, open mics. How much time
open
you
mic.
get it?
Open mics. It depends. There's usually 5 minutes. I've done like 8 minutes at open mic.
Holy shit.
It just depends, because there's some open mics that they just have a lot of fucking comics come out, so they have to like make it kind of quick, so 5 minutes and then boom. Some like still have like, you know, they're still trying to like get more comics to come out, so it's a lighter list, and usually the host has like that venue for a certain amount of time. He'll be like, all right, come do some more time. He wants to do the second round, and you'll be able to do 10 minutes. Like there's this one in La Habra at this restaurant called Rodeo Cantina, and the host, Big Sexy, he lets them like, he lets people do, I think it's like 8 minutes first if it's a light list, and then he'll let them do another 5.
Holy
Yeah.
smokes! It's a lot of material you got to have.
Yeah, and there's sometimes you just don't have material and you just go talk shit.
Crowd work,
Yeah, just
yeah.
crowd work or just kind of like vent, you know, like
Mhm.
maybe have a thought that happened to you or some shit that happened to you, you just talk shit and you just go up on stage.
Mhm.
And yeah, cuz like for me like the writing process is hard, you know? And it's
Mhm.
just myself where it's like I'm overthinking something or like, you
Mhm.
know, and Gil told me that too. He's like, dude, he's like, talk about the most stupidest shit that you like. Talk about your dog, bro. Make a joke about your dog.
Mhm.
But I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh, I don't know, man. You know, it's not. I don't think it's gonna be
Mhm.
funny. But then, for me, just to kind of like write on stage, which I'm telling you, like I know there's other comics that like say that they write on stage because they've been doing this shit for a long time.
Mhm.
But I've made a lot of jokes or perfected more jokes. I don't even want to say perfected, but got my jokes better by just talking on stage and just kind of writing on stage
Mhm.
compared to sitting down and writing it on paper.
Yeah, I noticed with a lot of comics that are successful, they got to be able to make fun of themselves.
Yeah, I definitely make fun of
You know,
myself.
yeah, they make like I know like Chris D'Elia. I just seen him recently at Brea Improv as well. I listened to his show, and he talks a lot about it. You got to be comfortable in your own self to make fun of yourself. Like I make fun of myself all the time, and I notice a lot of the comics like when they do talk, they're making fun of themselves too.
Yeah, there,
Because I saw a clip of you. You're wearing
the
your
Cupid
shirtless,
outfit.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Cupid office, and you're making fun of yourself.
Yeah, that one was that was a special occasion, man. You know the host of that show. Shout out to fucking Stephanie. She asked me if I wanted to be Cupid, and I said yeah. You know, I said fuck it, why not? And I was getting hesitant, but when I got there and she gave me the costume, I was just like, you know what? I just gotta fucking go up there and own it. That's it. You know, like go
Mhm.
own it. Like I know how I look. I feel comfortable with my skin. Like the worst that can happen is I just bomb. You know,
Mhm.
but it turned out really good that night because the fucking costume.
So what's your goals, man? Like, what goals you got going on? Like what are you focusing on?
Man, I'm just focused. I like
Like 6 months, year. Like what are you looking forward to?
so for me it's just doing more shows, trying to get my name out there, get more of a following. But one of the goals I do want to have is to perform at Bray Improv.
Mm.
And I was talking to some other comics and they're like, "Dude, that would be it's a big venue." He's like, "It's kind of hard to get on, but like I hope that's one of my goals. Maybe in a year to be able to perform at the Bray Improv would be it. Cause
Like
that
open up for someone.
yeah, open up for someone like do 5 minutes. If I could do 5 minutes at the Bray Improv, that would be dope. Cause I've always gone to the Bray Improv,
Mhm.
so like I
They remodeled it and everything. I
yeah,
was there
it's
recently. I was
nice.
like, it's nice in here.
It's nice. It's a very big room, and I think that would be one of my goals, just to be able to just do 5 minutes, and just I would feel like accomplished if I was able to.
I
You
think
know?
I paid. I sat in the front row. I had a booth. It was four of us. I think we paid. I think it was like $85 a ticket.
Yeah, it's usually like the VIP
But
table.
yeah, but you get a $250 credit towards
Mhm.
food and drinks,
Yeah.
and like you can't beat that. I mean, that's like 2 drinks each. That's some food, appetizers. I mean, $85 a night for a single person nowadays is fucking pretty damn cheap, dude.
Yeah, yeah, especially there at the Improv. Yeah, me personally, I don't get the VIP tickets because I like getting there early and try sitting in the front.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Because
people saying.
I went to see Adam Ray. That was like my first time just going to a show by myself, and he fucking roasted me for like 5 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and I loved it though. You know, like I love that interaction with like comics. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it was great, and like I like to tell people too, like, hey, like you gotta not be afraid to go do shit by yourself,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people miss out on shit because like, oh, my friend doesn't want to go. Oh, that doesn't mean I don't want to go now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan Sickler, I don't know if you've heard of that comic too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he talks about that on the his
Honeydew,
podcast.
yeah.
Yeah, he talks about like, he's like, no, you gotta go out there and do shit by yourself sometimes, because
Mhm.
you'll miss out on things if you just
Mm-hmm.
don't want to go if your friends don't go.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I've been to the fucking 80s bar by myself to go see a fucking tribute band for The Cure.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, yeah, and that shit's it's fun. It's fun when you can be.
I remember. Yeah, I remember when I first started driving. I always remembered. Remember Superbad
Yeah,
when
super.
they're eating lunch and then what's his name's got to get up to go talk to the principal.
Not McLovin, right? It's the fucking
What's the other guy's name? It wasn't the big guy.
Matt Sarah. No, Michael.
Yeah,
Cera?
Michael Cera. And then what was the other guy's name? Yeah, Seth Rogen. So Michael Cera tells him, "Hey, I gotta get up and go see the principal," and then Seth Rogen goes, "Is that his name?" Seth. Yeah, Jonah
Oh,
Hill.
Jonah Hill.
Jonah goes, "What? I'm gonna sit here looking like fucking." And he said the other student's name was some nerd.
McLevin, or
No, it was
another one?
another guy, and he was sitting there eating the pudding by himself. He goes, "I'm gonna sit here by myself, looking like fucking
This fuck.
What was his name? Fuck. It was a funny name too. But anyways, when I started driving, I would always think about that because I would go eat by myself, and I would always be calling drivers, older drivers, "Hey, where's everybody going to lunch at?" Because I don't want to eat by myself.
Yeah.
Even though I did a lot of theater acting and I was comfortable being in front of crowds, but it just felt weird just sit there and eat by yourself. Because back then, when I first started driving, we didn't have YouTube on the phone, dude. It was just still
Yeah.
dial up. We didn't have Google Maps. It was just a phone.
Yeah. You didn't
You
have the
know?
entertainment.
Yeah, you would just sit there and just hear yourself fucking crunching on a taco or something.
Yeah.
You know? Now, 20 years later, I've been driving for 20 years, the company 25 years. Like it doesn't bother me. I could just sit there. I don't even have to have the phone. I could just sit there and in my own thoughts and just be by myself. Like going out and being alone on my route. Like I have a nice route in Tustin now. It's not. I used to work in Santa Ana,
Mm-hmm.
downtown. I used to have a studio. My podcast studio used to be down there too. Traffic, always live action. Somebody's getting beat up, stabbed,
Yeah.
overdose, and it was cool for a while. But now I'm just cool with nice area, multi-million-dollar homes, in my own thoughts, listen to a podcast, and just zoning out. But I get you, man. Going to places by yourself. I used to go to a lot of bars by myself and get in trouble. A lady would have to come looking for me. But I'm comfortable like going somewhere by myself. One of the things I like is going to a bar, sitting there at the stool by yourself, just taking it all in.
Yeah. I think a lot of people kind of at least what my opinion is, I think a lot of people forget to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like being in the comfort of their own like self, because like you said, like people will not go out because their friends won't go out,
Mm-hmm.
and especially like if it's like a small thing, like I want to go see fucking Super Mario Brothers by myself, and I had a great fucking time, bro. It was late, I fucking had my popcorn, I was just fucking enjoying it,
Mm-hmm.
and people won't go see a movie by themselves because they're like, oh, my friends aren't there, I'm gonna look
Go
weird,
to a movie by yourself. Go
Yeah.
have food by yourself. Hell yeah, I'm all for that, dude.
Have a nice fucking dinner for yourself. Go to fucking whatever Chili's and fucking get a nice fucking steak and just fucking enjoy your own presence, dude. It's great. It's great when you can do shit by yourself and not give a fuck what people think.
Mm-hmm.
My next goal is to travel by myself one day. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I have a cousin that does that. He travels by himself all over the place. Yeah. Yeah, and I guess comedy's like that too. You're on that stage by yourself.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I don't know, man. Like it's doing comedy.
You didn't do no acting in high school or anything like that?
No.
Yeah, I did a lot of acting. When I went to college in the beginning, I wanted to be an actor,
Okay.
and so I was studying theater for a while. But it got it too insane. There'd be classes where we had to sit there and go, okay, picture an animal. You'd picture an animal in your head with your eyes closed, and then they would say, okay, now act like that animal. And man, the shit that I saw in that classroom, I said, fuck this, dude. Fucking people acting like dogs, sniffing each other's ass and all kinds of crazy
God,
shit,
fucking, just
dude.
like furries and stuff.
Yeah,
Those fucking furry people.
Well, I didn't know about that till later on in life, but yeah, maybe that's where it all started. But yeah, you got to get outside that box, dude. Lemon face,
Dude, yeah.
sad face, angry face.
I wouldn't mind. Like maybe if I would have known I wanted to do comedy, I probably would have took some like acting classes and shit. But yeah, I think for me, if in the future when I become successful and there's a opportunity to act, I would definitely take it.
Mm-hmm.
I would want to do like a comedy movie or something.
Mm-hmm. So right now you're doing it pro bono, right? They don't throw a couple bucks here and there.
Sometimes it's not a lot.
Mhm. That's how it is.
The most I've made in the show before was like $70,
Mm-hmm.
and it's tough. It's the love for the art.
Yeah.
for right now. Like to like if for anybody that wants to be a comic, just know you're not gonna get shit for like years until you fucking make it and you get paid. But
Yeah.
I love doing it, so
Mhm.
I that doesn't stop me, you know. And the crazy thing is like some family members are like, oh, are you getting paid now? I'm like, no, what the fuck? Like I'm still starting, you know. And they're like, well, that's kind of weird that you're not making money. It's like I just love it.
Yeah, it's an art and it takes time.
Yeah.
When you love something so much, it's the reward of it's not a currency.
Mm-mm.
The reward is making someone laugh.
Yeah, the satisfaction.
Making someone's day.
Yeah, the satisfaction of like someone coming up to you after the show's over and be like, dude, you were funny, and just gives you like a fist bump or, hey, like let me follow your Instagram thing. Like that's the satisfaction that I get.
Mm. Yeah, same thing with me with the podcast is I am I getting paid? No. Could I start looking into it? Maybe getting people. Yeah, eventually I would like to when I get older and retire. Hey, let me do a couple advertisements. To help with the lighting or I'm coming out with shirts and I'm still waiting to hear back because the people that are doing it uh, are busy right now. But like I want to get other people involved. I don't want to have to go to a company, pay a company to do it
Yeah.
when I could elevate everyone else around me.
Yeah.
Says, hey, I know you guys make shirts. Could you start making shirts for me? That way, help you guys out, put an extra couple bucks in your pocket, and then the money I get from selling the shirts go towards the show to get me back in the studio, maybe build a studio back here. I had a studio in downtown Santa Ana for a couple years when I first started the show. I was paying like $700 a month,
Oh wow.
and it was cool. It was a nice studio. It was underground. You had a view of the sidewalk. It was like glass, like thick glass, which you could see people walking. I mean, not clearly, but looking up girls' skirts or anything like that. But it was like you could see it was a skylight, and then we had a nice AC unit in there, and so summertime it got hot down there, and it was a good time. It was a good time, but I was like, dude, I can't $700, dude.
That's a
Like,
lot.
yeah, I could put that money towards my kids and their sports and what they do. So eventually I moved out and I said, we'll just do it right here in the backyard. But yeah, I got plans, for the future. But it's just right now I enjoy the podcast. I enjoy people listening to it and hearing them. Somebody will call me or say some, hey, so and so listened to the show, they liked it. I get people that hate the show and they say things negative
I
on
feel like
Facebook, and it's like,
I feel like if you don't have haters, you're not doing the right thing.
yeah, I think finally, it's starting to come to light that there
Yeah.
are out there, and I've always been like one where like I want everyone to like me, but unfortunately, once you start getting out there and your name gets out there, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah. No, if I could give advice, and like this is coming from someone that just fucking is a nobody, but
Mm.
like live in the moment, Like you said, like you're paying 750 for a studio, and then now you're back here.
Mm.
Hey, fuck it. Shit happens. You're here.
Mm.
In the future, something will pop up. You might,
Yeah.
like you said, you might have.
They actually open up they're called Creative Common Places.
Yeah.
They open up right here at the corner.
Oh shit.
And I went over there to check them out, and there was one that had a restroom in it and a bathtub and everything.
Oh wow.
Like you could literally live
Live
in
in there?
there, but it's like $800 a month, and I'm like, yeah, because when I had the old studio, I was only there once a week to do the show.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I mean,
You're
in the
not there that
beginning,
often.
I was there every night working on the show, plugging shit in, learning how it works, yeah, and once I got it all dialed in, I could just be on the phone just trying to book people. Uh, so I wouldn't really need to be down
Yeah,
there
'cause,
because it's right downtown Santa Ana. There's all the bars everywhere,
Okay, right there.
and like I was already done with that.
Yeah.
Like I could easily, oh, I want to be at the studio. Tell my wife I'm gonna be at the studio, and I'd be downtown Santa Ana getting in some shenanigans
Yeah.
by myself.
By yourself.
Yeah, dude, walking hectares. Walk in any spot and just sit there, and I could just chop it up with anybody.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
'cause-
so yeah, it was kind of like I didn't want to do that because that's I've been there, done that. Now it's like I'm gonna focus on this. So yeah,
Because a lot of people stress out over stuff that like in the future, like people still tell like, oh, why don't we do this in the future? And they forget to live in the moment. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So it's just like, just shit happens, and there's always gonna be a way to figure it out. You can take yourself out of certain situations, and then some things that are out of your hands where you can't do anything about it.
They said, what it's a quote they said. They said, prepare for tomorrow, but live in the moment. Something like that.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Yeah, some shit like that. Yeah, I do it. I do it for the people. Oh, you getting paid? Some people. Oh, you getting paid? Or some people will come on the show and then they'll get a lot of noise back to them, like, oh, it was a good show, this and that, and then they get all pumped up, like, hey, dude, when we're gonna do another one? I was like, maybe in like a year,
Yeah.
and they go, oh, dude, I got something to say, dude. The manager said this to me, and I gotta. I go, no, dude. I go, we're cool. It's not about the views. Like, it was a good show. People hated it. People loved it, but it's not. We're not gonna, we're not gonna go down that road. We're gonna keep it, like you were a guest, and we'll come around again.
Yeah, and it's your show. You can have people whenever the fuck you want, don't want.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely I do it because I love it. I don't do it for the views. Uh, I do it to educate people, make people laugh, help them out, whatever. But yeah, I've been doing this. I'm on my 5th year now.
Oh, congratulations!
So,
Almost on that
yeah.
200 too, man. That's close.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's been tough to do one a week. I've had times where I didn't do, took a week off, but no more than a week off though. Like, I didn't like take a month off, 2 months off, and go, hey, I'm back, guys. Like, it was like, no, dude. Like, I couldn't. Like, once I start something, like, I have to finish it, and that's what one thing I teach my kids too, is the grinding process. Like, I didn't get to where I am today because it just happened to me. Like, you have to work
grind,
towards
yeah.
something. It takes time. I always tell them Rome wasn't built in one day.
That's true.
Either was me. Actually, what's his name used to say that? The guy from P90X. Forgot the guy's name. I used to do P90X back in the
I
days.
remember P90X.
He just said, yeah. He says, remember, Rome wasn't built in one day, and either is your body. And so I used to do P90X back in the days.
I did too back in high school. I used to do it for a class.
That white guy, skinny dude. I never did pull-ups until this dude. I started watching him and doing. I was like, pull-ups, and I started doing massive pull-ups. Pull-ups will get you huge.
Yeah.
You want to get big and strong, start doing pull-ups.
It's crazy how the fucking evolution of like exercise happens. Like, remember fucking what was it, Richard Simmons?
Yeah.
Richard Simmons are like, we must
Mm-hmm.
increase the bust, and then fucking you get like more hardcore workouts. All that shit's evolutionized now, and then now it's more like there's a science to it now. It's more science where it's like like you got to think about your diet. You got to think about like what your
Weigh your food.
your macros, and your fucking fats that you're supposed to have, and all that bullshit. I love eating tacos, bro. So that's why I'm
Yeah.
fucking. I got my little dad bod.
They should just start. They should just start wearing your mierda, dude. Just weigh every morning.
Wear
Wear
your shit.
mierda, dude, and go. Okay, I need to not shit 10 pounds. I need to shit 8. Therefore, I know I'm eating less. Because you might be able to eat some foods, and your body can process it better than other foods.
I hate the people that like have those genetics that they just fucking eat anything and then just still stay slim and muscular and shit.
We had one of my friends. Once again, one of my friends in college. He can eat and drink anything. A lot of my friends would eat first, like a good fucking meal. Like, they could go to one of those, Hispanic parties, right?
Mm-hmm.
All my relatives would show up, and they would all eat first. Okay, cool. They eat first, and then they would just pound. I couldn't. If I ate, maybe one beer of my food, hey, dog, I'm out, primo. I'm going to go home and go to sleep. I'm tired. Like, I would have to show up and just start drinking. And at the end of the night, like around 1:32, then got a nice plate of food, eat it, go home, go to sleep. But everybody likes to eat first and then drink. I couldn't do that, dude. I just didn't. My stomach wouldn't expand like that.
For me, I don't know. Like, I understand, like, I eat a little bit before, but during the drinking, I have to munch. I'm those people that have to munch a little bit while I'm drinking.
Really?
Depending on the environment. Like, if it's a party and we're like dancing and shit, then probably not. But if we're just like chilling and like having drinks and stuff, I can just keep munching and just eat. And I know some people that don't. Like, they rather just eat after they're done drinking because they're scared that they're gonna throw up if they feel full while they're eating and drinking. But
Yeah, not me. Not me. My stomach is. I like hot sauce. I like spicy
hell
foods.
yeah.
So my stomach can handle a lot. Yeah, a lot.
Ah,
Yeah, empty stomach. I could take a shot, dude, and feel the burn all the way down to your stomach, warming up your stomach, getting your bloodstream fast. You know, get into that nice happy place,
that
and
little
just
buzz.
coast from there.
Yeah, I know, dude. Oh, do you drink whiskey?
Yeah, I drink whiskey.
Yeah. Have you had Buffalo Trace? Buffalo Trace is like a really good
I
whiskey.
think I might have had one. I think I bought a bottle once.
That's my go-to
Do
whiskey
you like
right
that
there. Yeah,
one?
it's
That's the
good.
one everyone talks about.
Yeah, it's really good. I like it. I enjoy it. I usually just drink whiskey, tequila, and beer. That's it. Anything
Tequila will
else?
make me black out, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, tequila just doesn't work for me.
I can't.
It's game over, dude.
I can't drink like vodka or anything like that. I just that like vodka I got fucked up really one time, especially like Bacardi.
Mhm.
Oh god, I can't drink that shit.
Ooh.
Let's stay away from that, dude. I don't-
Bacardi, isn't Bacardi a rum though?
I think so, but anything that's clear, like
It's
clear
clear?
liquor, it don't sit well with me.
Wow. Yeah, for me it was it's tequila, dude. One shot of tequila, it's game over, dude. Yeah. Scotch. I like drinking scotch. I don't get hung over with scotch. I could drink scotch all day and be fine.
By itself, or do you mix it?
I do a thimble of Diet Coke.
Okay.
You know.
I had to teach myself to drink like shit straight or on the rocks.
Yeah.
Cause I got a bad hangover with like fucking like what was it, Jack Daniels and Dr Pepper.
Oh, too
it
much
was-
sugar.
Yep, it was fucking horrible. And then I had to play. I had a game that day. I was playing soccer still.
Oh
I was in
shit.
fucking Sunday league, and I remember I was just having a really bad hangover. And I called my dad. I'm like, "Hey, curamela, dude, because I'm fucking dying over here." And this fucker made me drink vodka,
Mhm.
and I just threw up everything, dude. And like I ate a little bit, and he's like, "Drink your vodka."
It
and
just
it's
sits
right."
in your stomach. You go to
Yeah,
sleep and then wake up, you get
it's
feel it swooshing in your
gross.
stomach.
It's gross, and I still want to go play after that. After I was all fucking fine.
Yeah, yeah. I'm 43 and my hangovers. It's not now. Like it's not worth it anymore. Like it's not worth it. Like I think twice, 3 times, 4 times, and go, no, dude. I got to like I walk for a living, you know, and I
Mhm.
do steep hills, and like I got to be top of my game. And I remember in my 20s, you coming to work.
Still drunk a little bit. Still
Fuck,
drunk a little bit,
dude.
and fucking just do your thing. Yeah. Once you get like you when you're young, you don't think like you don't think like, oh yeah, when you get older, like now you're like, nah,
Well,
that's not
back
gonna happen to me.
in your early 20s, you could go like my routine was get home, you know, work a 12-hour shift, get home by 9, do P90X for an hour, shit shower, shave, and, you know, somebody comes to my house, picks me up at 11, we go somewhere till 2, 2:30, and then we go eat somewhere, and then be home by like 4,
Mm-hmm.
and then sleep for 3 hours, get up at 7:30, and head to work, and like you can do it in your 20s, and then you keep doing it. Eventually, it's like fuck.
Did it catch up to
fuck.
you, and you're just like, fuck. I can't
Yeah,
be
you
doing
just
this
get
shit
too
anymore.
old, dude.
Yeah.
You just get old. Your body can't process everything as fast as it used to. You know, it's just part of growing up. Now, if you're in your 50s still doing it, like you got a problem, dude.
But there's fucking Theos and fucking doing that shit. You know what I mean?
No, I know. I have some too.
Fucking, they'll be drinking all day, and then they'll still wake up early as fuck for work. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
That's just crazy. That's the fucking.
My wife's dad was a gardener. Owned a lot of. Didn't own, but he had contracts for a lot of big properties.
Yeah.
She said he would wake up in the morning early, go 4 in the morning he'd get up, go do his jobs, come home, they drink all day long, 18 packs, and then he was old. And I know this for a fact because one time we went to a party in Rosarito, it was a wedding, but it was at the neighborhood. They called it the Beverly Hills of.
Rosarito.
Well, I think it was in TJ.
On
I
TJ.
think they called it the Beverly Hills of TJ because we stayed in Rosarito at her her Nino's house that he built on the beach. But we drove into TJ and they called it the Beverly Hills of TJ, and they had butlers and shit bringing us like my beer, and I was 18 at the time, and they would bring like if my beer was like this much left, they would take it and give me a fresh one. And I think I was all proud of myself. I was like 18. I was like, I think I had like maybe 10 beers that night,
Fuck.
and I was all proud of myself. And like her dad just kept pounding them, pounding them, pounding them, pounding them, and then we went back to the house. You know, and we all went to sleep, and I could hear them and look out the window because I would get my own room, right? Couldn't stay with my girlfriend at the time, but I could look out the window and he was out there still till the break of dawn with the fire pit, still drinking beer. And then I'd fall asleep, wake up, go downstairs, or eating menudo. He's drinking another beer.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? Like I couldn't do that today.
Hell no, not even me, dude. That's crazy. I don't know how they just, fucking Theos are built different, dog. Like Mexicans are built different when it comes to drinking.
Yeah,
Cause I know a lot of people that are like, yeah, it's just my beer, my beer.
My Theo Paus, like her uncle, he shows up. Like I could be like Theo, and he'll take it. It's like their water,
Yeah.
and he'll just knock it down and that's cool.
It's just
He'll knock down like four of them, four tall cans, and be like, okay, Esteban. Yeah, Steve, I gotta go down to San Diego, and he's gotta go fucking San Diego. You're gonna go sit in the car after smashing four, and then not have to use the restroom, not get hungry, start getting crudo, just fucking like just go.
He's like, I'm a man, soy hombre.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The machismo right there.
Mm-hmm. So when's your next? You got anything going on? You got anything planned?
Yeah, I gotta. The March seems a little light to me, I think, but I got a few things. Let me see my list real quick. So March 10th, I'm gonna be doing open mic competition in Pico Rivera at the private suite, and then March 17th, I'm doing a show at Laguna Beach. I'm not too sure where the venue is at yet, but it's gonna be a very limited seating. March 19th in Whittier, I'm going to be at the Parlor. That's going to be a free show. And then March 29th is going to be the Horchateria show, the live podcast. And then April 6th, the day after my birthday, we're doing a show at Dame Mas in Whittier. And then I'm doing a limited seating show April 18th at Smoke Shop at Whittier. That's all I got for right now.
The Smoking Smoke Shop, like, is it big? Like, how does that work out?
I don't know.
You haven't done it?
I haven't done it. They asked me if I want to do it. Like I said, it's limited seating. I think the smoke shop has another part to it next to it, and it's gonna be. I think they had won an award or something like that. So I think that's what they're trying to do to celebrate. So they're trying to get comics out there. And,
Okay. Now, is that live podcast you did? Is that out yet?
I don't think so. I'm not sure when Gil's gonna. I think Gil has a lot of shit going on. So.
Yeah.
He's gonna eventually get it out. He's been putting a little bit of clips out on Mind Buzz Media, but he should have it out. I think probably like mid March.
Okay.
And then the new one's gonna be March 29th.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully you can make it out, man. I think you'll really like it.
Yeah,
man.
I know. I gotta schedule it to get off work early that day. I want to go. I definitely want to go. I'm not trying to run from it. I definitely want to go and support you guys. I love comedy, dude. I mean, all my podcasts I listen to are comics.
Yeah, me too.
So I want to get out there and support you guys and do everything I can to, elevate everybody, man.
Yeah, we're all in it together. Like podcasting, like anything that's like art form, dude. We're all in it together, man. And if we can all support each other, it's a win-win for everybody, man. It's a win-win. I don't understand how people don't want to help each other when it comes to like.
No, because everybody's dissatisfied with themselves and. Yeah, dude, it's not the way we're supposed to live.
Yeah, in general, like we should all be helping each other.
Yeah, people just, I don't know, man. It's like like a babies. You get two babies together and you give one a toy and the other one another toy. One of the babies is gonna want the other toy.
Yeah.
And want it all for themselves. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's something. But fuck it, you know what I mean? If they want to be miserable, that's all them. How can people get a hold of you?
You can follow me on TikTok, on Instagram, also YouTube. YouTube, I don't have that many stuff yet. I'm working on that, but you can follow me at Thicky Ricardo. That's with 3 C's. And yeah, that's basically where you guys can follow me at.
Heck yeah, man. Well, I mean, if you got nothing else, man, I think we just call it. You
Yeah.
good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Once again, I want to thank all my listeners from around the world that tune in every week to the Raider and Saint podcast. I love you guys. Thank you once again to Ricky for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, it's an honor. Shout out to my camera guy. Shout out to everyone that tunes in. I love you guys. I'll see you next week. I'm out. Peace.